Well, good day, my friends. It's your pal Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? I hope you said great. Today we are in Costa Maya, Mexico. Daze with Jordan the Lion, and you all, it begins right now. Worst cruise ship I've ever been on to get an elevator. I almost never can get an elevator. Even when I'm on the 8th floor, even when it goes past the 8th floor, it doesn't stop, even if you have the stop button pushed. It's crazy. So I actually love Costa Maya, where we're gonna be today. The port alone is awesome. They've got flamingos and nice kind of beach resort area right there. But we have an excursion today. There's the breakfast line. I hate to do a gigantic line first thing in the morning, but that buffet yesterday was so bad, I don't even want to go back up there. Okay, we can't do breakfast there. The lady beside me went up and asked in the front, and they said it was gonna be like 45 minutes before we got sat, so it doesn't make any sense. They know everybody is up early for excursions. I don't know why they wouldn't be seating people, but. So plan B is the deli up by the solarium pool. We'll see what they have. I just cannot do the windjammer. Yeah, there's some food options out here. Probably going to be busy though. We'll try. I can't believe I'm going to say this, and I've never said it on any cruise, but I can't wait for this cruise to be over. I really haven't enjoyed very much of it at all. I mean, I've been trying to in the same way that I always do, but the vibe is off. I don't know. It's just not. It's not great. Okay. Do you see what I see? I see bagels, I see lox, I see cream cheese. All right, looks like I'm having that today. If I can find somebody to work the station. There we go. Well, I still got it separated. I didn't have a choice. That he just didn't understand, so there it is. All right, you can see the MSC Escape over there, and we have made it to the port. Got there a little early. We're at the Costa Maya. And look at that water. Beautiful. So what are we doing today? Well, there were tons of options, and I had to laugh because Katie and I were watching the newest day of whatever 90 Day Fiance it is, whatever, they have all kinds of variants, but whatever one is showing right now. Where we're going, the Mayan ruins, are where Stig took his girlfriend to propose in the newest episode of 90 Day Fiance, and I laughed and said, you know what? I gotta go see that. I mean, I love going to the ruins anyway, so this should be a lot of fun getting to explore. It's like, apparently it's right on the kind of the border of Mexico and Belize, so we have quite a ride today. Yeah, it's crazy. Even on other ships, when they give you all this stuff, usually everything is already assembled for you. It's kind of like ready to eat, but this ship has been definitely one for the record books. Everything that I've gotten accustomed to on other ships is basically opposite on this ship. Alright, our breakfast is done. Let's go check out a little bit of the port. We have to meet for our excursion at 9:15, and it's about 8:25 now, so I'm a fast eater, luckily. That's why I kind of, was okay with walking away from the restaurant, because I usually eat my food within like 5 minutes. So once I got the bagel, I was ready to go, and they didn't forget anything, so that's a plus. All right. Oh my gosh, even getting off the ship was a whole ordeal. There's a Norwegian ship. Yeah, I go down to the gangway to get off, and they start saying, oh, no. Even though they have the gangway sign there, they say you need to go up. Well, look, they got a line going all the way up the stairs, so I start going up the stairs, and the line's going up to like the 3rd or 4th floor, and we're getting off on the 1st. And I'm like, they're like, well, excursions get priority. I said, okay, I have an excursion. And they said, put me in a line, and they said, okay, just wait here. I go, no, I want to go see some of the pier before, I got 45 minutes before the excursion starts. It's kind of crazy. Like I said, it's just, I guess every ship's different the way they operate, but from my past experiences, I'm not enjoying it. This is a major shopping port, but there's a lot of cool stuff other than that here. There's one of our welcome to Costa Maya landmarks.
For Norwegian excursions, check the zone number in your ticket, please.
Look at me! 1, 2, 3!
Let's go see the flamingos. So that pole is where they do that. They start swinging around it. They climb all the way to the top and then play a flute and swing all the way around it and come down. Pretty cool. Remember the swings, the bar swings? I sat in one of those. There's the monkey. And the crocodile. What a great photo op, I love it. And then here's that cool kind of resort pool. And their only requirement for being here, you don't pay. You just have to order something either at the bar or food, and you can sit in the chairs. So the flamingos are on the other side of this over there. You guys having trouble getting along? I was hearing lots of noise. There he is. He's all riled up. Ah.
I see my flamingo.
How cool is that? Like I said, you can come to Costa Maya on the port and not even have to leave the port to have fun. This is all free. But they get in a lot of fights, I've noticed. They just start picking at each other. Let's have some camaraderie today, guys. God, aren't they beautiful? What a photo op, right? So yeah, don't feed them, don't touch them, don't mess with them. Just let them have fun. And then, like I said, just tons and tons of shopping. Anything that you could possibly need, they're gonna have at this port. I should get this one for me. There you go. Cool bathroom sinks. Looks like this is like a restaurant entrance or something. That's kind of cool. This place is great. All kinds of cool stuff to take photos with. I believe this is where the stairs are, yeah. Check this out. You have to look around or you can miss it, but they have one of those nice photo ops on the stairs over here. The stairs where you got both people coming from both sides. You know it's early in the day when people aren't yelling for you to come over and buy stuff, because that's normally you get accosted as soon as you get here, and I'm not getting that. Here's a separate pool you can come and enjoy. Also has a swim up bar. And look at this. I bet you can get some great tacos here. He's already doing the meat and the pastor. Well, look at that. That's a nice one too. And that's your spa. That's one of the spas. You take this winding staircase all the way up, and they give you a massage up there for like next to nothing. I've seen people talk about online. Hey, spotted stingray. If I have time to shop when we get back, we will. I'm sure that they will have some spots along our drive that they make for us to do shopping. They usually do. Another fun photo op that they have over here. This old Jeep. And check this out. See the guys in the Mayan ritualistic costumes. They're the ones that are going to climb that pole we saw earlier. like they're getting ready to do it now, or at least climb the pole.
We'll get there.
Okay, now they're making kind of a barrier so nobody gets hurt. Keep people away because they're gonna all climb that. So once they all get up there, they'll wrap the ropes around themselves.
Fire's ritual, which is approximately 800 years old. Be using any type of safety net, cables, or harnesses. Every time they perform this ritual, they are literally risking their lives. So please give it up to the flyers. The state of Veracruz. The culture that developed this ritual is known as Totanaku or Totanaka, so they would have good rain and corn crops. Each one of them
now they're
points to a
pulling the
cardinal point
ropes.
while they perform the dance. Once they descend, they make 52 laps. Each flyer makes 13 laps. In total, it sums up the 52 weeks of the solar cycle. Is the way they help their communities and support their families.
So what they're doing right now is they're winding the rope all the way around so that when they do this and they propel down, it'll just unravel them down. And that way the ropes don't get all crossed up. So now they're tying into the rope, tying it around their waist.
Similar to what we call praying. So let's give them a couple of minutes of silence. Please. They are ready now, so please let's give them a big round of applause. Originally, the flyers' outfit were costumes elaborated with bird feathers. Due to the conquest, the attire has been changing because of the Spanish influence. Sunlight rays, the meadow flowers, the rainbow, the moon. UNESCO declared the ritual ceremony of the Papan La Flyers as a tangible cultural heritage of humanity. I would like to remind you that the main income of the Papan La Flyers is based on their tips and donations.
this line wrapping all the way around up into there, that's our line. I think say this can be anything but an intimate trip to the ruins.
In the corner, iguana. There's iguana right in the corner. See it? All right. Now you know how you recognize which is male or female. Local business. There's a lot of them, as you see. Soils and plant.
Pineapple Town.
The
Everybody sells pineapples here.
process of growing to flowering. From two.
All right, we made it. We are finally here. Actually, not too bad of a trip. It was just about an hour from the port, and we went through Pineapple Town, where everybody sells pineapples. See, before we even start the tour, they've got all kinds of stuff you can buy. Jewelry, clothes, Mayan calendars, all the stuff I love to buy. The masks. We'll wait till the end though. Those are cool, I like those. Jaguar whistles. I found out about those in Teotihuacan. Blow on it and they do sound like a jaguar, believe it or not. Paintings are nice, but I saw some in the port that were big for 40 bucks, kind of like this, so we might get one of the bigger ones. Those are nice though. Look at the knives, those are great. Death whistle? Wow. Interesting. Right next to the jaguar whistles. More jaguar whistles. Ooh. I didn't buy anything here. I found the prices to be a little high for what I expected and for what I actually saw in the port. So if I do any shopping, it'll be at the port. All right, here we go. So they were telling us that on the way here that Chichen Itza, where I went before, was the only Mayan site really that did any human sacrifice, so that didn't happen here. So I did have to pay a $4 fee, which is nothing, but a $4 fee in order to film. You can take regular photos, but if you're filming anything, you have to pay a fee.
There's another like this, but like a pyramid being excavated. Behind where the huge platform is are also 60 burials being found. You know what? Underneath of their teeth are filled with obsidian and some with jade or blue stones. It's facing eastward to how many directions? 7. This side, that's east, that's with the red color. That's with the black, white, and then yellow. Worshipping gods, blue. The temple is built on the ground, green. And then one of those colors being, pick them up to point the last one being missing. And what are the other last one missing? The other direction. Which one? Which direction?
Down.
Down,
Yeah.
which is red. That's represented with the red color. Okay? Underground. All right. So the temple is facing sort to 7 directions. Okay? The side you see steps lead all the way to the top, and that side 27 steps, and there's more branches of the steps keep going in each side. Okay? Now, the temples would look way different back in the days. They were plastered and painted with a red color, blue or white. Temples are pretty much look like this. Just to have some idea how those temples look like. Okay? Did you get that? Temples that would look like this. Plastered and painted. Okay? You saw one, you see them all. not in the sculpture, are 11 different styles, different shades of construction. This is Peten style, East Coast. This is an acropolis, okay? So there's Hook, Chenes, Palincano, and some other different ones, okay? The people who build those buildings that you see are way different than you and different than me. I will show you those pictures later, okay? But look, the temple is dedicated for one of the planet, which is Venus evening star, okay? That's what dedicated for, okay? Layers. Let's talk about layers. Let's look like that side over there. Follow by green. See it? Okay, that's the first layer. Second layer, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. Or are either 7. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are built by generation. One generation will build the first one all the way around. All the way around. And the next generation will build the second. But it's all been used, always been used what's built for. Because they also built, after they built the platform, they built like a tiny room right in the middle where different type of performances took part. Okay, or rituals took part. Okay, 7 generations, let's say 40 or 52 for each generation. 52 times 7. These people start building this layer from about 250 AD. From 250 AD plus 350, in between 500 or 600, this building must be done. All right. Now, don't lose details. There's a tiny details that you will see, a tiny line done by archaeologists. I will explain that details after you take picture. You can just go that side by taking few steps if you want to take a selfie picture, or maybe on that side as well.
That is awesome. There's a lady over there painting. Everybody went to one side completely, so I'm gonna go over here. Take a look. That's crazy how they did a layer per generation. And they have a rope there, so that's as far as you can go. There's the very top. Very cool. Not sure how many structures we're going to see out here today, but I think there's one that you can, if you want to take the climb up. He said he warns you if you're afraid of heights, it's not for you, and I'm afraid of heights, so we'll see. So there's the line made by the archaeologists right there. That thin line right there. Right there. This is where Stig proposes in 90 Day Fiancé, the recent 90 Day Fiancé here. So this structure was mainly just to worship. No burials or anything here.
Services like rituals are around these temples because you peasants.
Yeah, we would have been considered peasants.
Class, then inside what the main plaza is. The high class section are the one climbing and performing rituals. Middle class inside and then peasants. Archaeologists, for example, after they dig them up, they need to collect all this dirt that you see, believe it or not. But there's artifacts on it. There's jewelry. There's treasures on it, like rings, earrings, necklaces, bracelets. Yeah, beads made out of jade. Yeah. All right. So, according with archaeologists, Chacchoben's grounds extend at last about 14 square kilometers. contains about like 300 buildings spread in this area. And then one holds between 12 to 15,000 inhabitants. Nowadays, in the present day, is not that much being preserved by federal government. It's about like 4 square miles. How many structures are around? 45 of them, in which only few of them has been excavated.
So they did warn us before this started, it's a 1.5 mile walk out and a 1.5 mile back. So if you have trouble with that, don't do this tour.
We are inside where the main plaza is. This elevation that you see are one of the local road, an ancient road, all right? Look, size or length, archaeologists been called them, depending how long. The roads like that shape, dry stack in each side, wide are different. For example, I can mention one of those regional roads which leads from Koba to Yashuna, 62 miles length and 32 feet wide.
Wow.
And then this one are called a local road because are the one connecting structures in between. Never use the wheel. Another reason why they didn't use the wheel is because they shape sun and moon. Can you imagine something around sacred touching the ground? Sacred. They knew about because the ring that they used to build in the middle of the wall, or the bowl that they use, or altars that they build. There's a round altar over there. So those are sacred shapes. Of that hollow thing that you see, that hollow part, it's 8 inches. And this is what archaeologists found. There's a bench with the paintings all the way around. Okay? There's a bench with the painting. So after archaeologists studied, they discovered that this building is built to honoring the planet, Venus, evening star. Okay? Now, steps are so high for short people. They were like this much high, 5 feet. So what's the reason to build that much high? Bow. Bowing by taking each step. Okay? Bowing. Now, small rooms been built in each side. Small room in each side. There's a large gallery with 3 doors right in the upper part. Look. I think this is really interesting to explain because otherwise you will not understand what you're looking at. A rectangular building with, let's say, 1, 2, 3 doors. Okay? 3 doors right in the upper part. Let's decorate it if you want to, okay? Now, okay? All right. This much is gone.
Yeah.
Let's cut it. Let's cut it. Let's see how the roof look like. 7 or 9 different shapes of arch. All right. Okay, this angle is gone. Okay. I got 6 right here, but it's supposed to be 9 different shape of arch. Okay, are look like that. All right. So there's different arch roof made out of stone. Okay. Now let me show you with my laser what been left. That's the angle. Yeah. So that's the arch, what's left on the wall. All right? So that's a rectangular arch, okay? Now, 3 doors, maybe for meditation, probably to storage offerings. Okay, so now you can see 1 in each side. 3 yes, no equals in each side. So there's tiny rooms in each side, wall in each side, buildings in each side. All right, go ahead. If you wanna, you don't have to, okay? If you wanna go by taking this much of steps and then go that side.
Oh, we can go explore it, might as well.
Just like that, yeah. Oh, big head.
Well, at least we got to climb some steps today. Ancient steps. You can see what's over here.
You're not going to photos.
So they got that roped off. You can't go over there, but
I was like, which color did he not say? And I was like,
I love seeing stuff this old. It's like going back to history class, but actually walking in the books.
good rock area. Oh, it's cute.
You want to do that now?
Can you imagine all the ceremonies they would have had out here? Just people filling this whole area. All the peasants, unfortunately. Well, it's the way it was. All right, another Mayan adventure.
You might asking why did you don't see the painting? Because archaeology has been hidden. Archaeologists use a fake wall to protect all the way around.
Oh, okay. That makes
You might see a same shape of a bench, but it's protected. Paintings are underneath. All right. What else archaeology has been found inside are masks. Not in here, in other different sites. Head used to shape them into elongated head, like a cone head. All right. So when a baby born, heads are manageable. Okay. Pretty much like that.
Yeah.
Okay. They use like a wooden tablet, okay, to shape them. And we don't basically know what's point being touched where the brain is to make them more knowledgeable, I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's inside, not very often because the ruler, while he ruling, if we pass away, he will bury it inside of his platform, what it was. Okay? Statues. Or a whole temple.
Wow.
Chichen Itza. After archaeologists use lidar to scan what's underneath, they discovered underneath of that temple 2 more buildings. Total 3. Okay, and the whole temple are built on top of a sinkhole, on top of cenote. We don't know what the gate is, but there's like a whole temple, but there's 2 more within the inside. All right, and then Pakal, before he dies, he built his own tomb. Underneath of his tomb, archaeologists found lots of treasure. Lots of encounterments. Look, this is his skull.
Oh, with the
See?
jade in the teeth.
Jade in the teeth.
Wow.
And then also the head is elongated. And then also mask. See what they found? The eye is obsidian and a seashell as well.
It's a mask.
Another roots of a tree that they use, okay? they also use these because it numbs. It numbs. If you have like,
Oh, and they
if you
worked
have
on
like
the
a tulip,
teeth.
this is medicinal for worms, parasites.
He told us, you can definitely smell it. He said they use this for anesthesia when they were drilling on teeth or working on teeth. But that little piece, it does have a strong, strong smell.
It's well known as allspice.
Ah, he was saying that they use this to make deodorant also. Old Spice. So he said the archaeologists would dig looking for the step access first usually. Then they realized that they always built the steps facing the sun. Oh, there's another structure up here. Another two. Maybe even the Mayans were afraid of heights. I don't know. Can't go up this one though. There's a rope here, so.
So about the structures I was telling you about. So the temple inside, the corners over here, go all the way down.
Look at
If you
that.
take a look, we have an extension outside. This area here.
So they're actually showing the outer pyramid and the one inside.
If you take a look on that corner over there.
We made it. Well, this is what we came for, to see some amazing Mayan ruins that are unbelievable amount of years old. Man, such a cool thing about traveling, getting to see this kind of stuff. Like I said earlier, just reminds me of all the places I read about in history books when I was 5th and 6th grade. Never thought I'd ever get here, see any of them, and here I am. So this big one that we were just checking out is called Templo Abasado. He said $60 for the monkey. I'm thinking about it. I'd be more a fan of it for 30 or 35. As cool as everything is, I think I'm gonna bypass getting anything. Even one of the Jaguar whistles. I'll wait till we get back to port. I'm gonna buy a painting there, I think. That's the Jaguar. Wow. Back to the port we go. Selling some hats there. Look at that iguana sitting on that rock right there.
If you see the spikes right in the middle part, that's male.
All right, we're back. Let me see if I can find the guy that has the paintings I want. Oh God, I'm in trouble. I collect these things. So they also had those fish wind chimes that I like, and I want to get one more of those for a gift for someone. I paid 20 in Cozumel for it, and they want 40 here, and they want 40 for the parrots. I think I paid 35 in Cozumel, so I'm gonna wait to go to Cozumel again. Here's our painter guy. I just saw somebody selling one of those monkeys I saw earlier, and I said, how much? He said 120. I go, 120? I just got quoted $60 earlier. Look, he's got a Bob Marley one without the plants. I was kind of thinking of either one of these since I've been there, or I don't know. Kind of the color, I like those though. That's only $40 and it's big. I just don't like these surfboards, and they sell mostly those. So, looks like he sold some since I was here earlier. I think I really like that one or that one. So the only downside is they're not on wood. I thought they were on wood, they're on poster board. He just sold Bob Marley, that's awesome. That's a Beatles one, but I'm just not a Beatles fan. All right, I just bought 2 paintings. Let's go back to the ship. My phone's about out of battery. See, these are what I was kind of thinking of getting another one of. I got one, but I got it as a gift for somebody, and I'd like one for me and one for, well, Katie has someone she'd like to give it to. And yeah, I was getting them in Cozumel for $20, and they're charging 35 to 40 here, but they are cool. See, that guy had some cool ones, but he wanted $55 for them. Buy a Jaguar. We're going back to the ship, and they're waiting for us.
Thank you for your visit, guys. Take a photo, put it together, family.
Well, later, Costa Maya. It's been fun. It's always fun learning about the Mayans. All right, back on the ship we go. It's a fun time today. I always enjoy Costa Maya. All right, we are back at sea. So we got back on the ship, and all the food's closed. They close all that down at 3, so everybody's looking for something to eat, and there's nothing there. But they're making cotton candy. So that was an upcharge, but it's only $2.95. Way bigger than my head. All right, beautiful time of the night. Gonna go head into the Ed Alonzo show. Max from Saved by the Bell. Look how beautiful that is. There he is, the misfit of magic. Looks exactly the same, minus the red Max shirt.
Hey, come on over here. What's your name? Your name is Nash. What a cool name. This is Nash, everybody. Now look at that name. That's a great name, Nash. And how old are you? 4 years old. Oh my goodness. I thought you were just short, but I didn't realize just 4. That's fine. Well, you've got a pretty good seat over there. You're really close to the stage. Nash, how do you like the show so far?
Oops.
Nash, I just realized in the last few seconds that the audience prefers to see you performing the show. That's to me just They're funny. Have you ever done any magic tricks before, Nash? You have? Oh my goodness. Well, then there's only one thing to do to make you the star of the show, yes? All right, let me find a trick in here that we didn't do yet. Let me find something here. Let's see. Okay, we did those cards. Oh, this looks fun. You know what? I haven't done this one in a long time. This is the famous rabbit from Hat Trick. Nash, this is going to be perfect for you. Come on over here. I'll show you how this works. So you're going to be the magician now. I'm just your, the blah assistant. And look at this little guy. Isn't he cute? Oh, he's so... Ah! Oh, hey! Now, that's a bad bunny. Sí, por favor. No más, no creo. No más. We're going to talk to that bunny. All right, so Nash, here's the first part. You're going to wave your hand over the bunny like that. Go ahead and try that. Ooh, that looks good. Now, the next part is put your hand sideways like this. Can you do that? This way, right? Like this is like a Pac-Man. You want to turn sideways. Yes! And you're going to grab him right there. Boom! Pull the bunny out and hold him up nice and high. And I guarantee you the crowd is going to go crazy. Some people are already getting their phones out. They're going to make a video or a picture of you, Nash, because you're the star of the show. What do you think? Fun? I think we're ready. Let's have a drum roll, please. And now, please welcome to the stage the youngest magician, the 4-year-old Nash. Wait. Then take the board. Yeah!
All right, dinner time. Crazy, even with the reservation, you still have to kind of wait in line. But we're in. Short 10-minute wait. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing to me. Every other ship, if you make a reservation, you either show up and they see you, or you check into the app and they tell you, okay, come in 10 minutes, but this one, you just wait. All right, let's see what we got. Chili lime crusted salmon. That looks good. Tres leches. Oh, baby. I think I'm gonna do shrimp cocktail, tortilla soup. Pulled pork enchiladas. That sounds good. It's Mexican night. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Tortilla soup and pulled pork enchiladas with tres leche. Ooh, caramel flan. That's a tough. Ooh, that's good. So on a side note, I thought Ed Alonzo for family entertainment was great. You know, magic is one of those weird things people either love it or hate it, and I think he did a great job of winning over the crowd. And of course, everyone knew who he was, or most people did. Let's have some bread. All right, both of our appetizers came out at the same time. Shrimp cocktail, tortilla soup with a lime. Nice. Okay, here's a compliment for you, Royal Caribbean. Your shrimp are twice the size of what carnivals were, so that's a plus. Everything's real good. The food is really good. No complaints here. And actually in the dining room for dinner, there's been pretty much perfect service everywhere. As far as the food and everything's been great. It's just so strange to me that the people that work here are not super friendly, or like not really friendly at all. I mean, they don't really even smile. Every other ship, that's just kind of like ingrained for everybody to be on, you know, be as happy as they can to make all the guests happy. And just, it's kind of weird on this ship. That's not really the case with the crew. I'm shocked, actually. All right, the pulled pork enchilada looks great. Well, I'll be honest. It looks better than it tastes. It's a little bland. All right, there is dessert. I'm so full, though. They always have you order dessert when you're ordering everything else. And I always know I'm probably going to be full. So I usually only take about 2 bites, but something this good, you have to. If you've never had tres leches, when it's good, it's amazing. So this is Dancing with the Crew. Our guests are paired up with crew members.
Yeah. Couple number 1, make some noise. And how many of you would like to say couple number 5, make some noise? Here we go, come on. Clap, 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 clap. Put your hands together. What I can tell you the most is use your creativity for that special one, okay?
Gents, do me a huge favor. We already acknowledged their performances. So this time, I kindly ask you to just clap and support the one you like the most, okay? Clap your hands,
They were all great.
cheer out, only for the one that you like the most, yeah? So how many of you says, we are now looking for only the champion among these three lovely couples? How many of you says, couple number 3 should be
The wheelbarrow and the riding the horse won me over. Yeah!
I never knew you have a really good talent. You can scream, people. And how many of you says, actually, team 4, the couple 4 did better? Make some noise. Sounds like the same people are cheering up. Drink package. Okay. And how many of you says, no, actually the champion should be team number 5? Make some noise.
Three-way tie.
Number 4.
All right, my friends, we're going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed our day. This was a lot of fun. The whole day was fun. In fact, I only gave you an abbreviated version of our trip to the Mayan ruins and of Ed Alonso's show. I'm actually going to be posting a full video of each, so you have that to look forward to. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.